Okay, it's 12 o'clock. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. We're going to get started in maybe 1 minute. I'll go ahead and get started. I'm wearing my hat from Stranger Things, my thinking cap. Good thing I have this on. Feel free to introduce yourself, say hi, ask any questions in the chat. Once I get started, I have two different screens up, but I'll be looking at the other screen. So Marianne will periodically stop me and tell me that there's a question, and then she'll usually read it to me and then I'll answer it. But happy to have you drop a question in the chat anytime if you would like. Okay, we've got 9 people here so far, so I will go ahead and share my screen, get started. Share. All right, Marianne, can you see my screen okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, perfect. Okay, everybody, thank you for joining me for another G2X training. Every time I do these, I try to do them a little bit differently. I have my notes saved from the last time, but I want to make it a little bit different in case you are like, yeah, I love hanging out with Alexa at noon on a random Tuesday. And you've been here more than once. So if you do that, that'd be great. Love to see it. You'll notice that every single time I either approach it from a capture angle, a BD angle, maybe one day I'll even approach it from a VAR angle. You never know. Each day is a new day. So what you're looking at right here is when you log into G2X, this is where it drops you. So for today, the way that I'm going to do it is we're going to talk about G2X, all of the things, all of the verticals. Then we're going to talk about Lumen. Then we're going to talk about GovAIQ. And then we're going to go back to the daily take and the save search notifications and what they look like. So that being said, I'm Alexa Choi, and it's really nice to meet everybody. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of G2X. I have a long career having worked at GovWin, which used to be called Input, and BGov, and then I did the BD capture role for 2 different federal contractors, one of which I ran the entire 8A with them, and the next one I was more in a strategic capture role. So I then went to G2X for the second time in January. So here I am, and this job is super fun and amazing. I love it. So one of the things I do have to say about G2X is that we're always changing things. We have an amazing dev team, and next Monday, this whole thing is going to look completely different. We are launching a major release next Monday, and you're going to have a white mode, a dark mode. You're going to have, it looks really cool. So this is probably the last time I'm going to train on this system the way it looks right now. And I'm going to have to get my talking points together for the new system, but I'm really excited about it. So when you log in and you're here, I wanted to kind of tell you that you're looking at data that's been curated by actual humans. And so if you come in here and you're like, wow, they're missing some random roads and commodes opportunity. Yeah, that's because we don't track roads and commodes, guns and dogs kind of opportunities. We track the 541 NAICS code set along with 581 and some 611 types of NAICS codes. But we're not really in the AEC space that much, although sometimes we do track those kinds of things if they're highly contested and also have that Venn diagram where they tie into the IT space, like the IoT space. So I'm going to go ahead and drop in to talk about the daily take. The daily take really is our platform into the system. And you're going to notice that when you open it, you're going to see the data is kind of listed the way it is in this drop-down menu here, where you can slice it any way that you would like to according to any one of these. So you could slice it by awards that are sometimes so hot that actually companies are getting their lose notice most of the time, or their win notice from us. Industry moves, who's moving where, jobs, news, opportunities, and we get opportunities not just from SAM.gov. We get them from eBuy, STARS 3, VETS 2, and 3 different types of the GSA schedule. So if you are, for example, a large business and you kind of want to keep a pulse on what's coming out on STARS 3 because you heard that one of your major recompetes is coming out on STARS 3, G2X has your back. We also track protests. We have all that data in here as well. One of the common questions I get is, hey, Alexa, I don't care about all of FedCiv. That's like 29 agencies. I care about only one of them. So if you come in here and say, okay, DHS is my bailiwick, I basically have sliced everything by DHS. And if I do that, you're going to notice this big blue bar pop up over here. hit that button and say, all right, I'm gonna save this by DHS. I usually change the name, and it kind of gives you this name FedCiv DHS, which is nice. But I like to come in here and change it to something else. And then once you hit save, it'll then actually save it, and you're going to get a pop-up, which I'll show you later what it looks like, an email that comes to your inbox anytime we add any DHS content. And you'll notice that it's all tagged appropriately, FedCiv, DHS, and so forth. So you can actually do that kind of filtering on any of the agencies that we track across any of our verticals. So our verticals are health, FedCiv, and defense. And I'm going to do a quick check. Marianne, do we have any questions?
I don't see any yet.
All right, fantastic, wonderful. Okay, so if you come in here, the other piece I wanted to tell you about is our events section. So G2X has the most robust events calendar of any tool out there, and we are tracking industry events, we are tracking government events. So you definitely want to keep a pulse of who's doing what, when, and where, more specifically, where do you need to be for your pipeline at which training. So when you come in here, for example, I'm going to pop this one open. It looks like this is an AI. Man, you cannot turn around without running into an AI thing these days. But you know, you've got your event. It's Thursday, August 15th. And if you hit that register now button, you can kind of pop in here and see who's speaking. Oh, it's a ServiceNow sponsored it. John, my good friend Jonathan Allbloom, fun times. But then you can also see who's speaking. Looks like somebody from Energy, as well as the Defense Innovation Unit. So that's pretty cool. So that's really understanding what events are happening when are really important. And you can kind of see you've got these tags up here that you can scroll between. And you can also, one of my favorite ways of doing it is really looking at a particular day and trying to find it from there. So yeah, all right, okay. I'm gonna keep it moving. One of the things that we've launched recently, and I think has had the most positive impact on our product so far this year, one of the things, I mean, I'm gonna tell you a few of them, but one of them has been our G2 exclusive sections. And this is really where we curate and write capture reports and pipeline reports for you to take and download and keep and love, you know, specifically for you. And some of them are, you're going to notice, are very specific to an opportunity. This is what they're calling Compass, which used to be Apple's. It's a Coast Guard recompete. And then this one right next to it is actually a report that is about Vets 2, and the fact that they bumped up their funding by $1 billion and didn't really tell anybody. So, and like, what does that mean, right? And then right on top of that, you've got two different DHS reports that are like, here are some unrestricted ones for your pipeline. Here are some small business ones for your pipeline. So I have to say that the analyst behind this, Brittany Winkler, and I spent a lot of time thinking about what the industry would like to see, and also how these reports are put together. So they involve incumbent information, they involve customer information, they involve recompete data, they involve all sorts of things that hopefully you find very valuable. And of course, like most areas in G2X, we are very open to feedback. So if you see something that you love, please tell us. If you see something that you don't love, also please tell us. And if you see something, you don't see something that you want to see, let us know, so that way we can add it to the backlog of reports that Brittany has that she's working on. I saw something pop up, Marianne, are we good?
Yes, just someone saying hi.
Hi. Okay. So I'm going to keep it moving over here under FedCiv, and I'm going to come down into our company profiles. So this is another new area in 2024 for G2X, where we are building out different company profiles. And there's a couple of things that folks don't know about company profiles. And first one is, you don't have to be a G2X member to view this. I was gonna say to claim your profile, and then I remembered, oh yeah, you do have to be a G2X member to claim your profile. So you're gonna see this is claimed up here, and then when you do that, it aggregates all the people that are on G2X over here. And you're gonna notice that it ropes together socioeconomic status for the company pretty quickly. So if you are, like I said, you don't have to be logged in. You do not have to be a member of G2X to use this. So if you wanted to do a quick check on economic status of a company, this would be a fast way to do it. And it probably is faster than using the dynamic small business search, which is another one of those websites. Looks like it was built in 1992, which it probably was. If you come in here, you've got your summary. And another cool thing is that it ropes together every single article that we've talked about this company at the bottom. So you can really start tracking down who's saying what, when, and where about this company. Coming into the business information, you've got what, the kind of information that you'd expect to find. You've got your people on G2X. And if you click into any of the folks in here, you're gonna see that your profile you should have set up. And if you don't have it set up, go into your login up here. You can click down in this little toggle here and go into profile and set it up. You're going to see Fred V's, the CEO of Visual Connections. He set this up. You've got his LinkedIn profile right there. So if you would like to do more teaming, you'd like to do more connecting, you definitely want to have your G2X profile set up. Okay, and then also just wanted to point out that you can do some custom searching over here on the side as well. So you don't have to just log into any of the ones that are over here. You could also explore now, hit that explore now. Don't know what you're looking for. So, okay, I think at a nutshell, really, that is G2X. I did want to spend a little bit of time talking about, the team of folks that puts this together every single day. We've got a daily take team that build this data out in the mornings. So if you want to send us something that you want us to publish, number one, you have to be a member of G2X, obviously. But if you are, hopefully you are, if you're on this call, you could send us an email to dailytake@g2xchange.com and then send it to us in enough time to review it, put it in our formatting, and then get it in. So usually that means by either the night before or early in the morning. And this particular one is an opportunity for FAA, and it looks like something, a solicitation for something called Nest. You can download the documents. This is actually coming from SAM. It's a small business set aside for the FAA. And it might even be an update because it looks like it might be a small disadvantage, but it's not an update. This is a brand new thing. Cool. You can download everything. You can bookmark it. You can like it. So those are some of the different things you can do in here when you're actually looking at an opportunity. When you're looking at an award, it looks very similar. We have the data tagged at the top. I am going to go into an award just so I can show you a really cool thing that you can do. And if you pop in here, we did link all of the company profiles to the awards. So if you wanted to say, QuakeCon, I don't even know how to pronounce that, honestly. QuakeCon, QuakeCon. I've never heard of this company, which this looks like a small business, service an 8A and service disabled. Okay, fancy pants. Come over here, you can actually click on their profile and learn more about them. It looks like they are a DOT type of company. If I had to take a guess, that's what it looks like. And they've got a lot of set-asides going on for them, so that's great. So, all right. With that being said, that pretty much wraps up G2X in a nutshell, right? We've got all of the information. So how and why would you use this data? Like what do you do with it, right? So I've been in this industry for a long time, and I was speaking to one of my friends who works for a large business, and she said that I'm going to approach it from a large business angle, and then I'm going to approach it from a small business angle. So from a large business angle, the way that she did it was she would get her information in the daily take in the morning, backtrack to the platform, and then put together, where does her team need to be? Events. Who does her team need to be talking to? Industry moves, right? What do they need to be talking about? Awards. And then what things should we be adding to the pipeline? Opportunities. So really, if this approach is like a sales manager or like a portfolio manager kind of approach, but definitely on the front side of the BD side, right? So while I'm talking about that, I will pop into industry moves just for a second and point out that we actually cover the government as well as industry. So we actually cover both sides of the house. So if you end up going to a happy hour, which, in this business, you really can't not go to happy hours, right? You've got things to talk about. This guy, Keith, you can link into his LinkedIn profile. He's at the Outpost now. And you can come in here and just like really get like a top level vibe of what's moving and shaking, right? And then you're going to go to this happy hour and be like, did you hear that Treasury has a new acting chief information officer? Also, Department of Education has a new CIO, and NIST just appointed a new AI person. Right? So I just made all that up looking at this screen right here. So if you walked into a happy hour and you had all that information at your fingertips, where did you get that? How do you know? Got it on G2X. Okay, so I think that's the best way of using G2X from like a sales manager, portfolio manager, where you've got a team of people that you need to send them out to do the things. That's probably the best way of doing it. I'm about 15 minutes in, so I'm gonna go ahead and shift over to Lumen. So I'm gonna start with this SAM.gov opportunity. It is acquisition program support services. NAICS code is 541611. The cool thing about this one is place of performance, wait for it, Italy. Okay, I know you wanna go there, I wanna go there. I was actually surprised recently to find out it's further than I thought and harder to get there than I thought. But the government might pay for you to go if you win this contract. So what I did is I just grabbed this, copy and pasted it, and then I went over to G2X.com and I just literally pasted that SAM opportunity here, and it popped open our tool called Lumen. Lumen is a RFI RFP shredder, and what it basically did was it popped up with all of this information. So at the top, you've got your combined synopsis solicitation, so you know exactly what you're looking at. It said that there's no set asides, open competition is due at the end of August. All right, cool. So if you look at the insights, it's gonna tell you a little bit more about it. And then it'll tell you a little bit about the response. It'll give you details about the actual procurement itself, so you can kind of come through here. And then you can take a look at all of the documents, you can download them from here, and then you can see exactly who your contracting officer is. You can also ask Lumen different questions, like I asked Lumen, what is the government actually looking for? So Lumen came up with this answer, and then I also asked that where is the place of performance, and it was like, oh, you know what? It's not specifically mentioned. And I'm like, I think it is, because I think I figured out that it's in Perdone. Oh, so yeah, Lumen's really, really fun. So because this is a solicitation, I actually use the same one on GovAIQ. I'm gonna hit all this and then kind of come back to GovAIQ and share with you guys what this is. So GovAIQ is a proposal co-pilot tool that we purchased in May of this year. And basically what it does is you can come in here and you can type in, let's just say, PMSS, Program Management Support Services, create. And if I say upload from SAM, and then I hit that SAM opportunity here, and then you hit go, you tell it what you want to upload. So in this case, I'm just going to upload the performance work statement and say start train. I'm just looking at the performance work statement right now, because I think if you give it a whole bunch of documents, that's definitely, I've learned from dealing with AI, if like the more documents that you upload, especially if you upload, you know, different kinds of documents, like, you know, Excel documents and things, then it starts to get a little confused. It's like, oh, look, I don't know what you want me to do with this. But when you pop in here and you go to Copilot, then it's going to ask you if you want to start your response draft and pop into there, and you just say yes. So let me tell you what this is. This is a tool that will take you from 0 to light pink in a matter of minutes, but there are a couple of stipulations. So first of all, you never want your AI to take you all the way to gold, or heaven forbid to white, right? That's not a thing that we do here in this industry, right? Okay, so you're gonna take it from 0, get a nice outline going, take the outline, put in your things, your parts, your pieces. So one of the nice things about GovAIQ is that you do not have to upload your own past performance. What you have to do is basically upload the government, what they're asking for, and GovAIQ will write you a lovely response that you can then take as your outline and start building from there. But this system does not have your proprietary data in it. So pros and cons, right? So right now it's just working through training some bots and doing all that. It's going through the things. And one thing while it's doing that, I'm afraid to click off of here because yeah, it's saying don't close this window, is that you can also add your team members to this too. So you can go into documents, you can go into discuss with your team members, you can go into your notes, and the analyst tool is a lot like Lumen. So you could go in there and ask questions. See, it's like this analyst tool. So that's kind of GovAIQ in a nutshell, and I just want to show you what it looks like as we're diving into after it's been trained. So we'll go into that, and then I will show you what the daily take looks like and the safe search notification emails, and then we will wrap it up with any questions. It looks like this is going to take a little bit longer So I'm not gonna sit here while it goes through 48 agents, because you can see up here, but you can see the way that it works, right? It's actually building a response to every single one of the government's requirements. So that's GovAIQ. And I do want to tell you, this is included in your subscription of G2X when you're at the corporate membership level. If you're at the individual membership level, it is not. So that's the difference between those two. There's a couple other differences, but that's a big one. And I'm gonna stop sharing just for a second so I can then pop on over to the daily take and walk you through that. And then hopefully when we come back, that'll be good. Okay, so share, I'm going to go into here, hit share. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. It looks like when you have your saved search notifications coming to you every single day. So I have a bunch of searches set up. ServiceNow are my buddies, and this one here had some word in there. So I have an ML Fed Civ, I have Agile, Cyber, ServiceNow. So if you save your search, that's what it will look like. And that's what it will be coming to you every single day. And sometimes multiple times a day if you have the kind of search where it's, you searched a little broad. So kind of be thinking about that. So then I'm going to go into the daily take and show what that looks like, because it should be coming to your email every single day. And if it's not, also want to tell you guys that if you go into your email and you send us an email at support@g2x.com, that goes directly into our help desk, and somebody will be with you shortly, because we have SLA set up against all of those. So we will be responding to you as soon as possible. All right, this is what the daily take looks like for FedCiv. Remember, we do have health and DoD. So if you scroll on down, you're going to take a look and see that we have, in case you missed it, for your DHS recompetes. We also have this really interesting article I thought this morning about M&A. If you have the AI considerations for M&A type of work, right? How is that going to change your EBITDA and all of those things? That's something that you should probably be thinking about as you move forward on different opportunities. So you've got all of your awards up here at the top. As I had mentioned, not all of them will be in here, but you have this link where you can drop you right back into the system for all awards. And then you have your opportunities. So you're going to notice that you have the AI opportunity analysis. If you click that link, it will open Lumen for you. So what the team does on the back end is they will select the attachments. They will put it all here together for you. So you could just click into the AI opportunity analysis on each one of these and make that quick, do I care, do I not care decision super fast. So it kind of like is a really nice way of doing it. GovAIQ, I kind of just showed you guys that. You could also watch the demo video here. I thought the demo video was really good. And then if you come on down here, you're going to notice that we have picked out 3 different events for you. Usually we have a mix of industry and government events, and put them there for you to choose from. We have a sponsor here. And then, by the way, the sponsorship spots are selling for next year already. So if you do want to sponsor, please definitely let us know. And we have protests. This is a section where people have sent me different questions, and I'm writing up responses and publishing them. I think I'm probably going to publish my very first one next week. So be on the lookout for that. And then, of course, industry moves down here at the bottom. We always put government at the top, and then we filter on down for industry. And then, of course, we've got different ways you can reach out to us. Remember, I had mentioned dailytake@g2x.com, so that's that right there. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing and come back over here and say, all right, we have about 5 minutes left. So if you have any questions, James asked, is there a free version of, wait, where did that question go? Is there a free version of G2Xchange? So James, to answer your question, we don't have a free version, but we do have, I'm trying to remember what we call it. We have this thing set up where you can view articles and information up to like 5 views a month, I think. And then, so you can see whatever you want to see, but if you keep clicking into it, you'll hit a paywall eventually. Fantastic. I'm so glad to hear that. Also, I do think we are going to launch a freemium version towards the end of the year, I think. That's exactly what I was going to talk to y'all about, is what's coming up next for G2X, because we do have an exciting pipeline of things coming out for the rest of the year. Freemium is one of those, where it is like a pared down version of our full service suite. But also wanted to let you know that we're launching our capture tool. So next week, when we launch our new look and feel, it's gonna be really cool. It says, what is the cost of a Gov AIQ for individual subscribers? We don't sell it for individual subscribers at all, Ryan, but I did want to let you know that we have a small business membership that we're not super advertising, that involves one seat for DoD Health and FedCiv, so you get one of each of those. And then you get access to Gov AIQ, and that's $9.50 a year. That's our like smallest membership that includes Gov AIQ. So where was I going? Oh yeah, Capture. So we're launching what we lovingly call Capture, and that includes the ability to add opportunities to your pipeline and manage your pipeline inside of G2X with access to opportunities and awards. Like not just what we've curated, all of them. So that whole package suite is called Capture. And then we are a few weeks out from launching what we call G2X Talent. And that is a AI tool where you can find talent and recruit talent, and also as a job seeker, put in your resume and use the AI tools to make your resume better and find jobs for you. So it's basically like a recruiting tool using AI. And then towards the end of the year, we're going to have a few more fun things out. But those are the two that I could WikiLeaks for sure, that are imminently being built that I know of. Okay. We are a couple minutes early, so let me just scroll through here and see if there's any more questions. Jay Tanner, Atium, hey guys, hey. Okay, fantastic, wonderful. All right, well, if you have any questions for us, or if you see something that you think that we missed the mark on, please do let us know. I'm gonna put in over here, please keep this email handy. Support@G2Xchange.com. I have to shout out our customer service team, member services team, amazing folks on the back end of that. So if you ever run into any challenges, or you haven't been getting the daily take, or whatever it is, yay, Julie. We will be back in touch with you. And yeah, Julie leads that team. You can see she just commented there. So she's super great. Fantastic to see the latest on G2Xchange. Thank you, James Tanner. Everything started coming out really fast. I'm also going to add in the email to send us some content if you win something. Daily take at G2Xchange.com. And then when we're getting to wrap up here, the one thing I wanted to say is that we do an emerging federal contractor spotlight for free for anybody that's just kind of starting out. So we will sit down with you, interview you, get all your information together, highlight you on our LinkedIn, which is over 15,000 followers. We'll also put it in the daily take, so that goes out to like 20,000 people. And we will kind of like get you out there a little bit so you can get some shine. So if that's something that you're interested in, dailytake@G2Xchange.com is a great place to send that request. Just send a note saying, hey, I'd like to be featured in the emerging contractor spotlight, and then we will get you in queue. And with that, I will say have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you all at an event near you. Thank you for coming, and have a wonderful day.